Yo, welcome back to Reggie Red's Reactions. It's your boy, Reggie Red. Now today I got a News Nation video clip for y'all to check out. It's the one with Stephen A and Bill O'Reilly, two clowns. Two clowns that's always going back and forth with each other. But we're gonna check them out today because they talking about the Epstein shit, the survivors, and how basically while Stephen A trying to play both sides, it's clear what side Bill O'Reilly on in this debate, and it's fucked up. But anyway, if you like this video by the end, make sure you like, subscribe, and share with your friends, and make sure you hit them alert bells too, so you know when I'm dropping another video. Let's get into it.
I don't know that is going to sell, but let's ask some better minds, okay? I got the three Americans assembled for you tonight. Bill O'Reilly and the one and only Stephen A. Smith. They're with me for the whole hour. Gentlemen, thank you very much for that. It's good to have you both. Stephen A. took the time to come in and be next to me, so I'm going to go to him first because that's my prerogative. Stephen A., it's good to have you. It's good to have you both.
See you.
Epstein's not going away. What do you think of the president's play today and what needs to happen?
I think the president spewed a lot of drivel when he said that, it's a Democratic hoax. You can't say that when Marjorie Taylor Greene is up there saying that. You can't say that when guys like Steve Bannon is up there saying that, along with others that have been staunch supporters of him. This is an important issue, obviously, to a lot of people. A lot of folks that supported him want the quote-unquote culprits uncovered and revealed and exposed. It's something that Pam Bondi promised. It's something that Cash Patel promised. It's something that a bevy of Trump supporters have promised for quite a long time. And Trump certainly never did anything to dispel or to diminish the noise that they were making in any way. And so now that he's in office and he's called upon to show whatever it is that the administration, that the DOJ or anybody else may have in their possession to reveal what is indeed in those Epstein files, assuming there are Epstein files, he's got to address it, because there are people that are part of his administration. Dan Bongino, let me not forget that name as well. All of these people we're talking about the Epstein files, the Epstein files, the Epstein files. The one thing that Trump doesn't get to do at this particular moment in time is blame the Democrats for it. They may be doing their share in terms of pouncing on it and trying to instigate matters to some degree, but trust me, they're not the big culprits in all of this. These people that support Trump have spoken vehemently about their desire to have these files revealed, and people within his own administration said, we got something to show you, and they didn't show the American people, and everybody's remembering, and they're not going to let it go.
And Bill, in political philosophy, there's something called a Hobson's choice, which is something where there's actually really no choice at all. And I feel like this is shaken up to be one of these, not because the president, of all the things that the president sold that I believe have no basis, he was not selling this one, but it was sold for him. And now people believe that there is something to know. How do you get satisfaction in this if you are this administration?
Pretty tough, because this is a very tedious story for me. I didn't even cover it tonight on the No Spin News. And before I get into why, I'm going to tell you, your monologue on the Holocaust assertion was excellent, because that's not what's happening in Israel. It's not even close. But it ties in a little bit to the Epstein story. People believe what they want to believe. This whole Epstein thing was resurrected for one reason: to try to pin some criminality on Donald Trump, some connection with Epstein. That's why you didn't hear about it during the Biden administration, even though Bill Clinton's prominently involved with this. You didn't hear a word. No Democrats were outraged. Nobody was demanding anything. Number two, I don't even know what the files are. Nobody knows what they're holding back. Are they holding back anything? Is there a big analysis? I don't know. And Congress is right to get involved and say, well, look, we want to know, to make sure that there isn't any miscarriage of justice. So we're going to asked for every piece of paper to be given to an independent counsel. I'm sorry, I hate that word too.
Yeah, me too.
Everything, and that person would then analyze it and come up with a report. That's the only fair way to do it. But remember something. The hatred against Donald Trump skews everything. Trump used the wrong word by saying hoax, not a hoax. It's pettifogging. And Stephen A., that's the word of the day, and he knows what it means. You take any accomplishment from Donald Trump, anything, you're not going to acknowledge it if you are a Trump hater or a Democrat, a dying wool. So, in order for every other thing to go away, you slap the most sensational thing up top. Finally, the victims. They're not doing this properly, all right? The people who were abused by Jeffrey Epstein. They should have an attorney representing them. And if they have a list of so-called abusers, those people should be sued.
Like, bro, these people are disgusting, man. Taking up for Trump like this with what's going on with all these survivors speaking out, and then if it's a hoax, why the hell is Ghislaine Maxwell locked up? What part is the hoax? Like, I don't get it. Somebody please tell me. Aga, if you listening, please tell me what the fuck is the hoax. Y'all need to get your boy, man. There's nobody around him, man, that will tell him shit that he needs to know. Cause he just be making himself look more guilty, more stupid, more ignorant. Now, to try to distract from this, they just went and bombed, what was it? A so-called Venezuela gang. They just bombed a boat. They say the boat was carrying drugs and had 11 people on it. This small ass boat, it had 11 people and all these drugs. All these drugs. Dog, the boat was like the size of a SUV. Man, I'm gonna have to look it up and see. But yeah, see what he trying to do. And then he want to have a Nobel Peace Prize. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Assault of underage people and young people and vulnerable people. The only pushback, as a matter of fact, is the reason that Bongino and those guys were selling this wasn't to corner Trump. It was to corner Democrats. Right. And it was to corner the elites. And that this was going to be the way to take down the people who escaped the system.
Neither of you are wrong in what you're saying. I'm certainly in no position to question the veracity of it all. What I'm saying is this. When you hear Pam Bondi, when you had heard her speak in the past, she indicated she has possession of the files.
On her desk.
You're about to see it. It's on the desk. We can't escape that, Bill. See, that's where Trump gets himself, I won't say in trouble, but that's where he gets himself in the eye of the storm, even though they're targeting him to some degree, and you could always make that argument when it comes to the Democrat. It doesn't.
This what I'm starting to hate about Stephen A. and why he needs to stay out of politics because of the shit he just said right there. Like, bro, I don't know what he got against the Dems lately. Like, I know they not the perfect fucking party, but to try to compare it to this and try to say that they more fucked up than him because they so-called latched onto this. They latched onto it because how the fuck Trump is acting. That's why they latched onto it. Notice they weren't even tripping off of it earlier this year. They weren't tripping off of it until they said to Pam Bondi said, I got the shit on my desk. Then a month later, it was like, they put out a memo. It was like, yep, case closed. That was it. So, of course, eyebrows gonna raise. Like, be for real, man. They be disingenuous with their arguments on everything.
People in his own administration said they were in possession of it. We know what we have, and we're going to make sure that you know sooner than later, and that they don't do it. Now, come on now. You can't do that. That's what happened, Bill.
And they keep doing it. They did it with Kennedy. They did it with Dr. King. They did it with UFOs. Go ahead, Bill.
Right after Ms. Bondi said that, I said she should clarify the statement, and she should do it tomorrow.
Yep, you were right.
And then why she doesn't is a mystery of the universe. I don't know why.
I mean, hold on,
Trump
whoa.
doesn't-
Breaking
Trump
news.
doesn't want
She
this.
didn't listen to Bill O'Reilly? Is that what you're saying on national
She did
television?
not.
That she did not listen to you?
Has she not read the books?
What?
Number one best-selling nonfiction author of all time?
Yes.
Second only to the Bible?
That's right. How about that?
I mean,
I'm just
And
saying.
there were a
what is
lot
she
of guys,
thinking?
right? And there were a lot of guys writing the Bible. I'm just a loner.
All by yourself.
By the way, I open up Confronting Evil, which will be out next Tuesday, with the October 7th raid on the Israeli
Pure
settlement.
evil.
That is the forward of the book to define what pure evil is in a very contemporary way. This isn't just about Genghis Khan. But getting back to President Trump, there are things that the president does that I don't understand. And I think I have probably one of the closest relationships of any media person with him. Hannity has the closest, okay? But he's never lied to me. I did ask him, are you going to release it? He said, yeah, and he didn't seem to be perturbed by any of it. So he could clean it up. The best way to clean it up is to hand over every piece of paper the Justice Department has to a special counsel, and then have a time limit on the counsel's report, not 3 years from now. That is the best, most methodical way to clear this up.
You're right, and let's add this to it. And for once, don't blame the Democrats for everything. That goes to that.
No, the Democrats want to hang Trump.
Let me say what I mean.
Yeah, but they didn't
They
start
want to pin
this.
it right around his neck.
I know they do, but what I'm saying is to do what you suggested, but in the same breath,
Right.
not go that route in terms of pointing the finger at them, because people in his own administration opened their mouths and said something that was inconsistent with what he's saying.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
But let's be
That's all I'm
honest,
saying.
Stephen A.
Of course we're being honest.
Let's be honest. You're a straight shooter. The motivation of the Democratic Party and the hate Trump cadre
Totally
is to
true.
tie criminality around Trump's neck.
Totally true.
Not
Totally
to
true.
know what the victims went through.
Okay, that's fair.
Not to sympathize with the victims.
That's
they
fair.
don't give a hoot about the victims. They want to bring Trump down.
Collectively, as a body, I totally agree with you. Individually, there are some sprinkled
Okay.
in that have a core decent.
Like the Republicans really don't give a fuck about little girls or little kids being raped unless it's a fucking immigrant. Now what they tell you? They don't give a fuck who it is. If they ain't brown, they don't care. The Lake and Riley Act and all this shit, like they got me heated with this shit, bro. Like both of them, he gonna talk some true. Like dog, don't none of this shit add up to what the Republican Party be doing and what they have done since January 20th of this year. Like my God, bro, that shit is crazy. They don't give a fuck about little kids dying, but they care more about their guns. They don't want to give no type of legislation. They gotta have a big AR-15s for what?
To see
The
about
Democrats-
them. And I wouldn't castigate on them all that
The
way.
Democrats and everyone calling for transparency have high ground. Anyone who reduces relevance of what the victims have to say or the existence of what was promised has low ground.
Yeah, that's it for that window, man. Thank y'all for watching. If you made it to the end, drop a red heart in the comments and like and subscribe, and make sure you hit them alert bells too. Don't forget about that. We gotta run this channel up and get this fucking message out here. But yeah, I'm out of here. I'll be back later. Peace.